So I have my new Winsor Newton Cotman tubes of watercolors, and I put those into my new palette. And now I've got some it's actually mixed media paper, because for whatever reason I had all sorts of trouble today trying to convince my watercolor paper to go through the printer, so finally I gave up and I forced through some mixed media paper. I think I'm going to need to clean my printer, but at least I got something reasonably good through there, and got my Princeton Neptune brush. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint a color swath across each of these so that I can see what each of these paints looks like in a light to dark manner. So I'll start with the Chinese white. Trying to get just a little. And the Chinese white's really not going to show up like much of anything on here. But you know, it's white. And if anything, the ink on this paper is running a little, which is not encouraging. So it's getting a little muddy gray. I'm going to put a little white over here. Yeah, you can't see it anyway. Alright, but that is also odd. I've never had the problem with the ink running before, because I've done these kinds of color charts many times. So, alright, it's just going to be an adventure today. That's alright. Lemon yellow hue. Alright. Normally I do these with them on the other side, but for whatever reason, I think because some of these things had so many long combinations of numbers, I like having them on the left hand side over here. I will just try not to go too near the edges, given, yeah, the black is melting for some reason. Very odd. Right, well in that case, what I'll do is I will start each one by putting a dollop of color over here. It's just harder to see when it's just alone on the white, especially when we're working with these lighter ones. But it's a nice bright yellow, as you can see. Right, then we have cadmium yellow, which is, I guess we'll say, an orangier yellow. Trying to stay away from the white. And see here, I said I would put a little dollop over here first, and I forgot. I'm not used to using this dollop technique. Just trying to make it lighter on one end and deeper at the other, so we get the range. Next we're in the cadmium orange hue. Do the dollop first. And then let's see if we can stay inside the lines. All of these are just such pretty colors for me. These are the kinds of colors I love to paint with, which of course is why I got this set. You know, we all have different preferences. Cadmium red deep hue. We all have different preference, and that's why it's good to look at what your options are out there, so that you can find a paint color set that really works well with the types of things you like to paint and with the kinds of colors you like to paint with, so that when you get it, you know, you'll always want to do some mixing, but if you get some colors that you find just beautiful on your own, then that saves you a lot of time. There we go, as long as I just stay away from the black. There's all sorts of chaos today. Alizarin crimson hue. See, that's just such a pretty color. And it's looking nice through all the dark to lights here. Alright, so now the cat's decided that they must be in this spot despite my efforts to move them. So we'll go into permanent rows. I've had all sorts of versions of permanent rows because I was doing a children's book for my niece and she wanted her fish to be bright pink. So I was trying a variety of different manufacturers' permanent rows to try to figure out which one had the best pink for the project. So I think I've got like 8 different permanent roses. Sweetie, you have to be doing this right now in this spot. Oh, she's got a cat hair stuck. Alright, Purple Lake. Put the dollop first. So there's a beautiful purple. You're a very good kitty, yes. Such a helpful kitty. It's hard to even describe just how helpful you are. Alright, dioxidine purple. Ultramarine. Now, of course, what the cat wants to do is gnaw on the end of the brush, but this brush is so far unshoed. I would really like to keep at least one of my brushes not covered with tooth marks for as long as I can get it to last. Prussian blue. That color is just so pretty. All of these are just so pretty to me. Cerulean blue, another one of my favorites. Alright. Turquoise blue. Oh, that is lovely. Emerald. Viridian hue. Sweetie. This one is always a little unnatural to me, the color it has, but it'd be good for mermaids. Hooker's green. I'll just put that over there. I love Hooker's green. That's a much more natural color to me. yellow ochre. Kitty, Kitty, I'm having to paint around your head. And it's not like she's waiting to be fed. I just fed her, so she's completely fed. She is just being interested in what's going on. Burnt sienna. Burnt umber. And then lamp black. Alrighty. Well, we got that achieved, despite all the help that the kitty gave us. Alright, so let me see if I can hold these up for you guys to see. Try to get some of these cat hairs off of here. Alright, so for some strange reason the ink was running a little, but hopefully you can see the range of colors each one can do. They are really quite lovely. Let me know if you have any questions about them, and I'll do some comparisons of these colors versus some of the other sets I have. Well, ask with any questions. Kitty, you're going to let me put this back down here in its space?